friends. Welcome to a math adventure on Fantastic First Grade Frogs. This morning, we're thinking about measurement. Yep, that's right, measurement. We're gonna measure stuff. Doesn't that sound like fun? So this morning I have a book to share with you called Super Sandcastle Saturday. I guess since we can't go to the beach just yet, we're gonna read about going to the beach. The author's name is Stuart J. Murphy, and the illustrator's name is Julia Gorton. Those look like our goldfish, don't they? Super Sandcastle Saturday by Stuart J. Murphy and illustrated by Julia Gorton. Super Sandcastle Saturday. It was a hot and sunny Saturday, a super day for a sandcastle contest. Okay, everybody, shouted Larry the lifeguard. You need to finish building your sandcastles before the tide comes in. Today I'm giving out prizes for the tallest tower, the deepest moat, and the longest wall. Ready? Go! Larry blew his whistle. Juan, Sarah, and Laura couldn't wait to get started. They filled their pails and got right to work. Sarah wanted to win the prize for the tallest tower. She started building up, up, up. But Juan's tower was getting tall too. I bet my tower is taller than yours, said Juan. Let's use our shovels to measure them. Great idea, agreed Sarah. My tower is 3 shovels tall, said Sarah. Mine is only 2 shovels tall, said Juan sadly. That's interesting, isn't it? When we look at the picture, doesn't it kind of look like his might be taller? But it's only 2 shovels tall. I wonder why that is. Then Juan tried to dig the deepest moat. Nearby, Laura was digging a deep moat too. Let's see whose moat is deeper, said Laura. Our shovels are too big, so let's use our spoons to measure. Okay, said Juan. So here they are measuring with their spoons. Juan shouted, My moat is 2 spoons deep. Mine is a little more than 1 spoon deep, moaned Laura. That's interesting, isn't it? Kind of looks like, well, it's hard to tell. It kind of looks like hers is deeper, but it's only 1 spoon. Hurry up, you guys, Larry called. The tide's coming in fast. Laura, called Sarah, I just finished my wall. Let's see whose is longest. It will be easy to measure if we use our feet. They quickly walked heel to toe along the walls. 5 steps long, Laura shouted. All right. Sorry, said Sarah. Mine is 7 steps long. I win. I wonder whose really is longer. Are they measuring right? Larry blew his whistle again. All right, everyone, he shouted. Time to see who won. Larry measured and measured, and then he measured some more. Now, do you notice Larry's using a different tool to measure? He's not using spoons or feet. He's using a tape measure. Juan has the tallest tower, announced Larry. So it says Sarah's tower is 44 inches, Juan's tower is 48 inches, and Laura's tower is 40 inches. But why, Larry? Sarah asked. My tower was 3 shovels high, and Juan's was only 2. Your tower was more shovels high, Sarah, Larry explained, but your shovel is shorter than Juan's is. Oh, does that make a difference? Does your measuring tool make a difference in how many something is long? Laura has the deepest moat, said Larry. Juan's moat is 12 inches, Laura's moat is 15, and Sarah's moat is 10 inches. Juan's moat measured more spoons deep than Laura's, but his spoon is shorter than Laura's. Oh, does that make a difference? And Laura has longer feet. But her 5-step wall still didn't beat Sarah's 7-step one. Sarah has the longest wall. Sarah's wall is 30 inches. Oh, I'm sorry, Laura's wall is 30 inches. Sarah's wall is 35 inches. And Juan's wall is 24 inches. Spoons and shovels and people's feet can all be different sizes, said Larry, but an inch is always an inch. And that's the end of the book. There's those fish again. Now we're going to do some measuring, and we're going to use different tools to measure and see if it really makes a difference what measuring tools we use. Come on over here by the table. Okay, so I have one of Katie's cat toys and some sunglasses and a sticky note and a book. And I thought today we'd use some pennies to measure and some paper clips. Now you can use whatever you have around your house to measure things. It might be fun to try and see what you can find. So we're going to try the paper clips on this book and see how many paper clips it takes to measure. Now remember, you always have to start at the edge of whatever you're measuring and line them up with no gaps in between. So we're lining them up, no gaps in between, just like this. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 paper clips, and maybe a little bit more, but not enough for another whole paper clip. Now let's use the pennies. Lining it up right at the edge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, why is it that it takes 9 pennies to measure the book, but only 5 paper clips? Does that make any sense? I didn't leave any gaps. I measured just fine, just like they did in the book. Why is it that it takes 5 and 9? Well, just like Juan said, if your measuring tools are different sizes, and they are, look at that. The penny is kind of shorter than the paper clip. So it takes more pennies to measure the book than it does paper clips. So it depends on what tool you're using to measure, and you can end up with lots of things to measure or only a few. That's why we have inches and feet to measure, so that everyone is using the same measuring tool. Now we're going to measure our sticky note. So let's measure with pennies first. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a little bit more. Do you think it'll be more paper clips or fewer to measure the sticky note? Well, let's see. 1, 2, almost 3, almost. So it took 4 pennies to measure the sticky note, but almost 3 to measure with the paper clips, because the paper clips are a little bit bigger. Now let's measure the glasses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pennies to measure my glasses. Will it take more or fewer paper clips? I think you're right. It'll probably be fewer. So I'll line them up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 paper clips to measure the glasses. But look at all those pennies lined up. It depends on the size of the thing that we are using to measure. Finally, let's measure Katie's little mouse here. 1, 2 paper clips to measure Katie's mouse. How many pennies do you think it will take? Oh, let's try it. 1, 2, 3. Not quite 4. So a little bit over 3 pennies to measure Katie's little mouse. My friends, see what you can find around your house to measure with today. You can use pennies, you can use paper clips, you can use whatever you can find. And see, how many does it take to measure a book or a pencil or a spoon or a straw? How many does it take to measure your foot? Send me your answers and then we'll talk about it. Might be kind of fun, wouldn't it? Have a good day.